everybody, welcome to episode 369 of the All You Can Hear podcast. I am one of your conventional co-hosts, Wenzel, and I have two other guys here. Who are they? God, we really fucking doing this?
I couldn't think of anything funny. Give me a break.
Jesus Christ. hey, this is Colt's first podcast. Give him a break.
No, I get it.
I just got finished with my work day. I just go home, ate some food.
What'd you eat for supper?
Chicken.
Supper? What?
Green beans and rice.
Ooh, yummy.
Fuck, that wasn't funny.
What is happening right now?
Hey, hold on. Let's give him a second chance. Wenzel, keep all this in. Colt, Wenzel, lead us back in and say, and I'm joined by, and then Colt can come up with something funny.
Okay. No, hold on. I'm going to do this. Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 369 of the All You Can Hear podcast. I am one of your conventional co-hosts, Wenzel, and I'm joined by two other guys.
And my name is Colt. Do you know why they don't say Rizzler's first name? Because it's Adolf Rizzler.
Actually?
No.
Oh my God. You could have given me 10,000 guesses what Colt was going to say, and I would have not combined any of those words into a biblical sentence. What the fuck? The Rizzler's first name is the.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Rizzler's his family name.
Yeah, so you just gave fake news, Colt.
Yeah.
In prime time of election season. Wow, bummer.
Oh, we got to bring this news to the actual podcast. Since it's popular to adopt a random 8-year-old, we're going to adopt a random 8-year-old. I don't know where we're going to get it, but we're going to find one, and we're going to make them eat a bunch of heavily calorie dense, and we're going to bring them on Fallon, and if he likes it or not.
I don't think you know what the Rizzler does. Like, that's not the Rizzler's main bit, is eating food.
I know, but we're going to make ours that. Because we're going to have the kids say, double chunk chocolate chip cookie.
No, it's just double chunk chocolate cookie. So the Costco verse line I quote the most comes way of Big AJ, where he's in Costco and he gets like a slab of ribs and he goes, and we got to get the meat. All meat. I say that all the fucking time. I probably say that 3 times a day.
I've never heard you say that.
Well, you don't live here.
Okay.
I should also mention Riley and I are getting divorced.
Oh.
She can't fucking handle it anymore. She's God bless her. She's been sick. And the other day I was like, I know what will extract the demons from your body. And I just airplay TikTok. And she was like on our TV downstairs. I'm like, this is healing, right?
She's in the fucking bedroom, like acting like Arthur Morgan whenever he had got TV, and you're in there like, you're a good man, Arthur.
Yeah, I'm Dutch. Arthur, I gotta play it. Arthur, and the fucking Costco guys are on the TV screaming at my wife. Have we talked about the Costco guys commenting on a TikTok I made on this podcast?
No.
Oh, well, they did. They just commented, boom.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Did y'all not know that?
No.
No.
I feel like I told y'all.
No.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I was watching the September AEW pay-per-view and they popped up. I don't know if y'all know this, but Big AJ's wrestling a wrestling match on the AEW pay-per-view.
You told me last night. You tell me every time we get together.
You actually have told me about him getting in a match.
It's important. I was trying to see when it happened. Oh, it doesn't happen until right before Thanksgiving. Well, anyways, he's wrestling. It's so funny on the Wikipedia. It just says "Big Boom AJ,"
What the fuck?
With
Dude.
Big Justice, in parentheses, with Big Justice.
Do you think we can get him at the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight to make it a 1v1v1?
I believe that fight is happening literally the same night of this pay-per-view. I think that's happening.
Wow.
That's a hard choice for the viewer.
Hey, that's why we got split screen.
Yeah.
And
while-
anyways, I'm Terrifier Tanner, but I'm the Terrifier at Comic-Con this time. That's a joke from last week.
Yeah. God. So if nobody
Adolf
knows,
Rizzler.
Jesus Christ.
if nobody knows, Comic-Con is a local anime pop culture convention that we have here in Alabama, specifically in Birmingham. And last year they just started having their convention now in Huntsville, Alabama. So we didn't go to last year's. We went to the one in Birmingham. And then we went again. Obviously, if anybody's been listening to the podcast, we went again this year. And then we went to finally, for the first time, we went to the one in Huntsville in the very beginning of October. And we're going to talk about our experience there, how it compares to the one in Birmingham, what we got, and whatever happens. Yeah.
First off,
Sounds good.
I want to say off the rip, Huntsville's better than Birmingham.
I don't agree. Well, the city, that's different.
Yeah. Oh, the city. Yes. Sorry.
Yes.
The city.
The city, yeah.
The city
Yeah.
of Huntsville, I like more than the city of Birmingham.
That's strange because Birmingham's one of the most dangerous cities in America.
Well, I mean, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about the drivability of Huntsville versus Birmingham, and also just like the things that I am personally interested in. There seems to be a more concentrated area of that in Huntsville. Huntsville also just doesn't seem like, I don't know. I don't have square mileage in front of me, but Huntsville just doesn't seem like as large and intimidating of a city as Birmingham to me.
You might have to edit this out, but speaking of the Rizzler, that's also the home of the Nazis when they came over.
Why would I have to edit that out? That's a fact.
Why the fuck would you say, speaking of the Rizzler, before that fact?
Also,
Jesus
too, if
Christ.
nobody knows that the Nazi scientists were brought over into America to work on projects and stuff, well, now you know.
That's why
FYI.
Tanner's so interested in Huntsville.
Well, I feel like there was a piece of news that came out today that that people made that connection about astronauts being friendly with fascists.
Are you talking about Buzz Aldrin?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize he was as old as he is.
I didn't think he was alive.
He's old.
He's like in his mid 90s.
His brain's not working properly. He went to the moon. That shit ate his brain.
I'm just gonna say anything somebody over the age of 90 doesn't count.
Yeah,
so
it's just like
let me preface.
whatever
real
you
quick.
say, bud.
Yeah.
Let me preface what we're talking about. Buzz Aldrin just recently endorsed Donald Trump. That's what we're talking about.
And he said the Earth was round.
Every time somebody talks about that, I think of the Smiling Friends bit where they see flat Earth and they're like, dude, I'm going to be sick. We fucking can't tell anybody about this.
But I think about that too because it's so fucking funny. But it's such a true reaction. Because if I saw that personally, I would fucking vomit.
That's such a good bit, though. It's like, dude, I'm going to be sick. We can't tell
We can't
anybody.
tell anybody with this. We can't tell anybody. Like. And it's so crazy too because there was this whole thing where people were talking about like, oh well, this isn't consistent lore because there was the episode whenever Glepp was telling the story about how Charlie got his groove back. They show the Earth as being round, but then people were like, no, it's lore consistent because Glepp doesn't know that the Earth is flat. So when he told that story, it's because he's under the assumption that the Earth is round.
Just another sheep.
It's crazy. The leather layer.
Oda's foreshadowing is crazy.
Yeah, what if I told you guys we have nothing to say about Comic-Con Huntsville? We forgot everything.
Yeah, it's been a bit. Let's just say,
Whose fucking decision was it to record this
Tanner?
episode? Yeah, thank you.
No, hold on.
No, light his ass up, chat. Chat, get him.
Hey, chat, clip it. Chat, clip it. No, here was my thought process behind. Now, could we have recorded this before today? Yes. However,
oh no, I don't think so.
However, because for the last 8 podcast cycles, we've decided that October has to be all spooky content, at least on the main podcast.
Yes.
So you wouldn't be listening to this till November 4th anyways, at the earliest.
Also, too, we released an episode about Look Back, which is like the least...
No, non-canon.
Oh, you're right.
Look Back is scary. It has art. Art can be scary.
I agree. I agree.
Art
Every time Wenzel posts on Instagram, I'm just like, ah!
Yeah, it makes you feel. That's scary. But yeah, so we it's usually only a 3-day weekend. We went October 4th.
Fuck, it was that long ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, dude. All day the 5th, which is a Saturday, and then we left on the 6th, which is a Sunday. Yeah, so first day we leave really early. Just because we wanted to maximize how much we could even do in Huntsville, because with the convention itself, and we made plans, of course, of like what we wanted to go to, like in terms of panels and stuff, but then we were like, well, there's a lot of stuff to do in Huntsville itself that like maybe we can fit in, so we left pretty early. And then we get there. The first thing we do is we eat I guess a late lunch kind of at I assume to be everybody's favorite Korean barbecue restaurant, Stone Age.
Oh,
yeah, it's really good.
God, it's so good. Also, was unaware of the fact that the lunch price was so much cheaper, and pretty much the only thing you miss out on is seafood, which
we nenever touch seafood.
We never usually get seafood anyways when we go to Stone Age.
It's too dangerous.
No, we just fill up on bulgogi beef, basically.
Well, that's literally all we ate. I mean, we ate all the sides too. If you remember
all of them,
the last episode we did talking about Huntsville, when the Backlog boys went to Huntsville in October of 2022, you may recall a certain story of Wenzel eating so many rice cakes.
How could you forget
that he almost threw up in the parking lot / my car? Did not happen this time. I think we all there was a kind of scary moment because we ate our first round and we're like, yeah, because we were all like pretty hungry. We ate our first round, and we're like, yeah, we got our second round, and we're like halfway through eating the second round, and I don't remember who said it, but somebody was like, are we doing a third?
Colt.
Maybe it was Colt.
I was thinking we had the strength, but like,
no. So what Colt says is, Colt's like, he's like, guys, I think we can do a third. Let's go for it. And like we're halfway through it, and me and Tanner give each other a look of like, and we kind of don't say anything, so we're just like trying to focus on the second round.
Yeah, like I'm like, sure, okay. And then like I eat literally 2 more bites, and I'm like, if we get a third round, I'm not going to the convention today. I'm not going to be able to move. It's so good. But also too, like, because I've been to several like Korean barbecue places at this point. They're not as prevalent here in our area as they are in other parts of the country, though it's getting better. We actually have a little Korean barbecue date coming up, boys.
That place is so good. I'm very excited to go again.
Yeah, and I haven't even been there yet, so I'm excited for that. But this place, like, I've been to Korean barbecue restaurants, like, if it's just like you and one other person, like the portions they give you are kind of skimpy. Like not the sides, but like your meat, like your entrees, like they'll come out and be like, oh, here's like 4 strips of like, you know, bulgogi, and then they're not big or anything. It's just like a little bit. I'm like, okay, this is just enough to be annoying. Here, and maybe because it was lunch, I don't know, but I feel like they gave us a shit ton of meat on every plate. It was so, I feel like we ate so much meat, and then not to mention like the sides. like are always. I feel like they give us a lot of sides. Like I'm thinking back to those dumplings, and there was like 12 dumplings per plate. Man, it was so good. That was such a good meal.
God,
I-
hey, we're gonna have another good one coming up soon.
I'm excited. I haven't been to the place we're going to this week.
Yeah, I forgot about the dumplings. The dumplings were incredible, and the rice cakes. That's something we've been dreaming about since we first went there. Me and Cole, anyway. They're just as good as we remember, so that hasn't changed.
Amen.
They're so good.
Yeah, and it was so funny because I got so fucking full, and I just it was a struggle.
Yeah, Wenzel does this thing where if he gets full, you'll be like, "Oh, Wenzel, you doing okay?" And he'll just kind of go like he'll moan. And Wenzel has also started doing this bit. Cole, I'm sure you've noticed it more than I have, where he just starts meowing, and it's like very middle school humor of him. And he didn't even do this.
Wow. Okay.
He didn't even do this here. But last night when we were setting, God damn, this just reminded me of this. Last night I was trying to set up the stream and we couldn't figure out how to get Wenzel's audio to come through. And like, as I'm like there Googling how to like get his audio to come through, I just hear meow, meow. Yeah, I'm actually gonna drive to his house and kick his ass. Like, what the fuck is he doing?
That's what a cat does when they're like.
Yeah, you're not a cat.
Oh my god, that's the joke, you fucking idiot. That's the joke. Do you not get humor?
Also, my cat's not that annoying.
Well,
I don't know. You won't let us in your goddamn house.
Whenever I was watching her, she would, I wouldn't say she's annoying, but she would do that to me a lot.
Because she's a baby.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what cats do.
You're
The joke is
26.
I'm not a cat. I'm a 26-year-old man. That's what makes it fucking funny. Middle school humor. Eat my dick.
You know what? How about you get a Wenzel, how about you just lean into it and get a cat tail and cat ears and a cat tower?
That's fucking stupid.
And start pissing in the fucking dirt.
Well, that one. I might do that.
hey now. That's just gonna save on water. You're not flushing the toilet as much.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just pissing in the dirt.
Yeah, you know, I just think it's funny, like, to be like a stressed out little cat sometimes, you know?
Okay.
Whatever. I'm sorry you have no sense of humor in this fucking depraved world. Well, I'm just trying to add a little bit of life to our dumb little lives.
I just love Wenzel's idea of adding whimsy to the group is I'm just gonna meow when it's quiet.
What would be your idea of adding whimsy, huh? Sitting there and what? Just pulling your cock out and jerking off?
Yeah. Stroking?
or maybe what? Shaking that fat ass of yours?
Wenzel started this bit where he just says Wenzel just says the most outrageous things, and no one really prompts him to say it. He just keeps doing it. The other night, I can't remember what he said, but he's gonna say it now. What did you say?
I don't know.
We were playing Call of Duty. You even said it with Tanner, and I was like, yeah, he keeps saying that. He said that the other night, too.
Oh, what did he say? I don't even remember what it was.
I don't know.
Gosh, it was something about vaginas, maybe.
Oh my god, you fucking God. Okay, no.
Wenzel's like, I'm being taken out of context.
God, it is. Not really. No, we've said this joke before on the podcast where we talk about fucking people who are like bullshit at sniping in Call of Duty, and so we call them cucks.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah, you fucking dumbass.
But what were you saying?
Together.
What were you saying though? But you got to say as sincere as you were saying it when we were playing.
Oh man, I just love watching my wife just get absolutely dipped down with this guy's big fat cock and her tight little pussy. There.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not glad I made him say that, to be honest.
That's like last night when we were playing Call of Duty, we were streaming. Wenzel at one point, but by the way, AYCH podcast on YouTube, go watch the VOD. It's a lot of fun. Wenzel at one point, like we were just talking and like we got like locked into the game, and Wenzel, after about 30 seconds of silence, he goes in the most deadly serious tone, "So did you see the Rizzler on Fallon?" It's like,
Yeah, because again, it's funny to talk about this.
I mean, yeah,
stream.
no, I agree. It was very funny. It was just the tone that it came up. Also, that we were not even tangentially close to that as a topic, and you were just like in the most solemn tone, like, "Do you see Rizzler on Fallon?"
Well,
It was very funny.
well,
It's
thank you.
important.
I appreciate that because I was trying to be funny. Thank you.
Hey, Wenzel, that was funny. If you would have
Also,
ended that sentence with, "Did you see Rizzler on Fallon?" Meow.
Okay, that's funny. That's funny.
Okay, but also Colt saying that I say outrageous things. Colt literally starts the fucking podcast saying, "Did you know the Rizzler's real name is Adolf?" And then not only that, he has said very outrageous things way before we've talked about this. Don't flip the script on me.
Well,
We're
now,
both
let me-
guilty. We're
let
both
me-
guilty.
Let me come
Come.
to this as an as an
25.
As an unbiased third party. While yes, Colt has said some very outrageous things on this here program, Wenzel's current streak of saying outrageous things on this program is outpacing Colt by quite a bit.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, that was a way to. It's like last week with Wenzel. I listened to the first 20 minutes of last week's podcast, so this is fresh on my mind.
Oh, we're doing the bit where we just say what the last podcast was?
No, but it's just funny because I didn't remember it. Wenzel goes, at one point, he goes, "Sometimes I think about these conversations we have in my head," and then Wenzel goes, "Well, not really in my head. I mean, we actually say it." It was just so funny. It was like Wenzel like just sits there and imagines us having these outlandish conversations, and I think Wenzel just wants to bring them to life. So he'll just he's like Willy Wonka. I've always said that about Wenzel.
Yeah, the W's, 2 dubs.
He's our oh fuck. Oh my god. I've never even made that connection.
Yep, I'm gonna make an entire city and invite you guys and just put you through a bunch of test of will and body horror.
Is it made out of candy or is it like
Why are you
pure
making
asbestos?
Why are you making a city? Why isn't it a chocolate factory?
Okay.
Hey, whenever.
No, so what are you gonna fucking say, huh? What are you gonna say?
Yes.
Hey.
Okay, this is funny. This is funny. Please laugh. Please laugh. Please laugh.
I'm ready to laugh.
I'm
All
ready.
right. Whenever Wenzel's introducing us to the city, he's like, "Welcome, come with me," and then he stops.
Oh my god, I'm imagining Wenzel in the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka get up with like the top hat and the cane and shit, like the purple coat and all that shit, and Wenzel fucking singing, also having a band of Oompa Loompas, obviously.
All taller than him.
I love the idea of Wenzel. We can make Patrick Wenzel's Oompa Loompa.
Sure.
I want the orange connection because Patrick has red hair.
Okay, well that's kind of weird.
We could paint his skin green.
Okay, sure.
Opposite of Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have to paint his skin. I think Pat can just be Pat. I do also love the idea of Wenzel pulling out like the little pan flute and going like, and just fucking Patrick popping out. Or it's a fucking bit where Pat can't hear it, so we're just like, Patrick, Pat.
He's listening right now, and
I know he is. Which makes it even funnier.
Pat,
Oh,
I would never do this. I would just hire a bunch of just a bunch of tall dudes.
yeah, this is definitely more ethical.
Well, yeah, because they're being paid.
I just find it funny that like the Oompa Loompa is like taller than you, but like just a little bit. Because Pat's what, maybe an inch taller than you, if that.
Yeah.
I find that very funny. But also, like, that's the reason you wear the top hat is so you appear taller than Pat.
And that's why I wear my platform shoes.
Yeah, obviously. Oh shit. We gotta find a way to get Wenzel dressed up as Willy Wonka now.
Oh my god!
He seems very willing.
Speaking of
Already got the
dressing
stuff.
up, and this plays into Comic-Con, which we have not fucking talked about.
Yeah, we should probably talk about that.
Y'all know what y'all are expecting.
No, I should say.
Please.
So at the time of recording this, and when this comes out, I would already completed it. I'm playing Frog Detective, and having played the first 2 cases at the moment, I really think it'd be fun to dress up as the Frog Detective.
He just wears normal clothes.
Exactly.
but Wenzel's like, I also paint myself green.
I thought about
And I
that.
eat bugs.
Well, no, the Frog Detective, especially like the magnifying glass, is like the signature of it.
Mhm.
But no, I was thinking like either like paint myself green or like make like a head similar to the actual like his head in the video game. I think that'd be very fun.
That would, I mean, as far as like cosplay things go, that definitely wouldn't be the most difficult thing because of the way the character model for Frog Detective is shaped.
Yeah, I thought it'd be very easy and very fun. But then there was another idea I have if I wanted to really test my skills or something is if I so don't steal my ideas, everybody. But paint my nails green, and then for my head have like kind of like prosthetic makeup on, like of like a humanoid looking frog man with like big bulbous eyes, but like my skin color is still the same. It's still fleshy, human color.
Yeah.
And just have that. And I'm like, I'm the Frog Detective.
Okay, yeah, I do like that. Yeah.
Because
I kind of love the idea of you going around though and just saying I'm the Frog Detective.
Just have like veiny, like just random veins too on your.
Well, I was gonna say like have big bulbous eyes and then have like a mouth like shaped like their frog mouth, and like it kind of I can open up and talk and stuff. You've seen this kind of prosthetic before, but also too I think about this because I think about how SZA did that prosthetic makeup for herself on Hot Ones. I thought that was like really fun.
Oh yeah, where she's like the bug alien or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, man, if I could do that, I would do that. But then also too to really like, even though I know Frog Detective doesn't have a mustache, give myself a mustache.
Yeah.
Or you could go like Janelle Monáe did with her ET costume for Halloween. I don't know if you've seen that, Tanner, but you should look it up. It's
a lot of fun.
It's scary.
I'm going to look it up right now.
Okay, so yeah, let's get back to Comic-Con talk. We did make a stop after Stone Age.
What the fuck? Sorry, but what the fuck? What the hell? Oh, this is fresh. 2 hours ago?
Yeah, today. Yeah.
Holy shit, that's terrifying. All right, sorry, Wenzel, continue.
No, you're fine. Also, too, after Stone Age, after we got done, Colt was like, "Yeah, I'm actually kind of glad we didn't do a third round, just because, like Tanner said, we probably wouldn't have been capable of going anywhere."
You didn't even finish the second round, too. You had a pile of meat on your plate.
I gave you a second chance to do your fun little bit in the very beginning, and you do this shit to me right here, right now. Really?
It's true.
How funny would it be if that was Wenzel's breaking point?
No. It's true. It's true. Well, you know what? Colt fucked up in the beginning. I'm not cutting that out. I'm leaving it. You know what, Colt? You fucked up, and now everybody's gonna know.
Damn.
Art of the deal. I'll kill you if you don't. Just kidding.
Hey, I'm glad you said just kidding.
Hey, I'm kidding.
We need to start recording in person again because I think it'd be a funny bit right now if Winslow got up to try to spank Colt.
What?
for being bad on the podcast.
Okay.
You remember when
say
Pat,
outrageous things.
you remember when Patrick went, oh my God, come on. Fucking snowflake. Wow.
Can't we just have a little spanking between some friends?
I mean, Patrick used to pretend to spank us.
Yes, he did. He
A
would still
lot.
do it if he's on more.
He does it off the podcast. He does it if we're just hanging out.
Yeah, like, the listeners got to know.
Pat, there's not a mic anywhere.
No, I don't remember the last time Pat's tried to spank us, so I guess that's a you guys thing.
It also sounds weird out of context. It's like, yeah, you know when Pat used to pretend to spank us? Like, how far is the pretending going? Like, I wonder if the listeners are imagining, like, did they used to like would Pat like bend him over the table and just like, spank him? It's like, no, he would just clap.
Yeah, he would just clap. That's the extent of it.
But what was he clapping?
But
hey,
anyway,
hey, Winslow, you said you didn't know what we were going to talk about. I got it.
okay.
I ain't a good man.
Arthur.
So we stopped at a local like comic book / collectible store that this is like the second time, third time for me, second time for them. We've been to, called The Deep. If anybody's heard of it, go there. It's awesome. They have a bunch of stuff, comic books, graphic novels, collectibles, toys. They have cards, Warhammer stuff. It's pretty sick.
Can you name more?
I'm sorry, Colt. Did you want to fucking do this?
No, I just wanted more.
No. It's okay. If you want to do this, go ahead. Go ahead. Since apparently I'm not doing a good fucking job. Go ahead. What do we do?
Who wants to hear my cover of Silento's Watch Me Whip?
What is wrong with this? We should have mentioned that we're all incredibly drunk before recording this.
I'm not. I'm sober. Everybody's sober, I think.
I'm playing with my sludge.
Brother, I ain't been sober. What does it mean? No one knows what it means. It's provocative. This is such a fucking shit show of an episode, but like in the best way, but it's just so fucking funny. Like we're not even at the fucking con yet.
Yeah, we should probably get there.
I'm trying to talk about this, but you keep derailing me.
Silento.
Colt's just in a silly, goofy mood. He's excited for the Monster Hunter beta.
I'm excited to play Call of Duty.
He's excited to play Call of Duty. He's excited for the Monster Hunter beta.
Well, go ahead, since I think you can take this over, Colt. So,
Silento. Watch me whip.
Winslow, you
watch me nay nay. Okay. Watch me whip.
No,
watch me nay nay. Okay.
Strike.
Do you know he killed someone?
The whip and nay nay guy did?
I think he killed someone.
That's a crazy fucking thing to say without being 100% certain.
All right,
it still may not be one of the three craziest things you've said on this episode.
Yeah, he killed his cousin. Murdered his cousin. He shot him to death.
How long ago?
2021. Or that's when he was indicted. So, yeah, somewhere in there.
Damn.
Breaking news.
Damn.
Plugs?
I feel like y'all remember how on podcasts of old in the art house where like you as a listener could hear Patrick's vein. I know Wenzel doesn't have the forehead vein, but if he did, I feel like this would be, or maybe it's being born right now.
Yeah, hernia.
It's not a hernia.
If it's bulging out of your skin.
No, it's one of the bugs from the Mummy.
Hernia. To the tuna disturbia.
Yeah, no, I got what you were going for there. Wenzel, I could swear to you, Colt will not interrupt you again. Here, here's Colt saying that he won't interrupt you again. Well, bloody hell, I won't interrupt you again. Do you think Wenzel edits all this out?
More than likely. I don't know. Talk about whatever or something.
We went to the deep. We didn't get anything. Or well, Wenzel got stuff.
Okay, no, shut the fuck up. I'll tell it. Okay.
Oh my god, he wanted me to say stuff, and then I did.
I already hate how you're telling it. So we went to the deep. I did get something. I got the Bandai model kit for Magnamon. A Digimon was one of my favorites. It was really cool. I built it this past month. Really fun kit. I got that. They had a bunch of cool figures that we saw. They had Warhammer stuff there. Like I said, it was very cool. I know it was very enticing for all of us. We wanted to spend. We all wanted to go in on one single box of Warhammer figures, 3-way. It was like what, like $200 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, have we? I mean, I know I haven't because I feel like I'm later to the game. Have y'all talked about it all recently becoming like Warhammer build?
No.
Not really. No.
Well, anyways, pretty much the whole group being us three, are varying degrees of Warhammer build currently. In all facets, like the books, the games, and the miniatures.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I fucking love Warhammer. Just
Hey, you love Warhammer?
Yeah.
Damn.
How do you like that?
Damn. Man,
hey, that's making fun of British people.
My name is Colt, and I love interrupting people. I got fucked up teeth.
I'm not British.
I'm not British.
Wouldn't it be funny if though we all just did Colt's voice as British, but we were being serious? It was like, no, you definitely sound British if you're not. You just gaslight Colt into thinking he has a British accent.
I love eating bacon and mash and shit in my pants.
Okay, well, you kind of lost it at the end there, Wenzel, but I got what you were going for.
Oh my god. Okay, no, seriously though, Warhammer.
Seriously though.
No, Warhammer is great. The game, I don't know if we ever said we beat the campaign like also this past month, me and Colt. And no, it was incredible. I'm kind of Warhammer pilled. This also may be heretical, but I thought the Rubric Marines / the Thousand Sons looked super sick, and I'm now gravitating and very interested in their group, their lore and stuff. So yeah, AYCH, pretty interesting god.
Man, there's a lot of shit with Warhammer, and I didn't realize how expensive it was until I started looking into it.
It's insane.
It's actually nuts. I downloaded Bolt Gun and the Dark Tide because they are both currently on Game Pass. I would like to play those. Bolt Gun, I don't think is very long at all. Dark Tide, I think, is a bit of a meaty boy.
Yeah, I really want to play Bolt Gun just because that's kind of like the bridge between the first Space Marine and the second one. So, and yeah, we need to get back to also, we want to complete the operations mode because, well, we completed the main story. We didn't complete all the missions in operation mode. No, it's just a fun time. And they're getting like a free updates and having stuff added. I also did see where somebody data mined it and they found the Beaky helmet in there. I love how the Beaky helmet looks. I really want that. Yeah,
They should add the Space Marines to Fortnite.
Yeah,
they should.
they added them to Call of Duty, but it was considered one of the worst Call of Duties in the last 10 years.
Wait, did they really?
Yeah, Modern
Yeah.
Warfare 3.
Yeah, they did.
That's crazy. Was Modern Warfare 3 really considered bad?
Yes.
I thought people were just mad at it because it's pretty much Modern Warfare 2 again.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why.
And also the campaign was just like Warzone map stuff, but
Oh,
with like a very bad campaign.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the big reasons why. I mean, multiplayer doesn't change because it's just Modern Warfare multiplayer. It was just mainly the campaign, and also too, they were charging so much for something that was like, I've said this before, and Cole has said it, how it's basically just DLC.
Yeah.
That's where people felt kind of was like unfair. But yeah,
I gotcha. Well, damn, I would love a fucking Warhammer collab in this Call of Duty.
Please.
The one that I'm actually playing.
Please, that would be kind of cool.
Maybe we get. How crazy would it be if we got now? Since this is sorry to derail again.
Sorry, derail.
Since it's like the Microsoft thing now. Like, what if we got fucking Master Chief in Call of Duty?
God,
it's not off the table.
It's
or
not.
Or like a Marcus Phoenix.
That's possible. You can buy Master Chief
now.
in Fortnite, so on PlayStation.
Yeah. Well, you can't anymore. But yeah, you can have the Master Chief skin on PlayStation. I know, I get what you're saying.
But okay, so we get to the hotel. It's very nice. We stayed there before. Love it. There's a huge middle, like, I guess, courtyard that is perfect for if you wanted to just jump from the highest place and smash onto the awnings and stuff, you could.
That's all I could think about.
It is interesting because like it's the inside of it. I mean, I've stayed at a lot of hotels. The inside of it to me reminds me of an airport hotel where just like every room can see every other room on every other floor adjacent to it. And we were on the 9th floor of 10 floors. It's so weird just being able to see like that many different rooms. Like usually, in a hotel, like you're in your like own little hallway and it's kind of whatever. And this was an Embassy Suites, dealio, the Hilton. Yeah, it's so. I remember the first time I ever stayed at it, I was like, "Oh, this is weird," and it still continues to be weird every time.
But it's nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's a super nice hotel.
They do have complimentary water, but the water is like $7, so don't touch that.
Yeah, that's too much.
Also not complimentary if you have to pay for it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I don't know why. Yeah, not complimentary. Sorry, they have water in the room.
They have a mini bar with water in the room.
They also have their own little store where you can buy a bag of Doritos, a little tiny snack bag for $6.
Pretty cool.
I mean, that's kind of par for the. I mean, that's kind of par for the course for hotels now. Even Riley and I stayed at a really shitty hotel on the way down to Disney World in some podunk town in Georgia. And like, they even had like a little convenience store inside and like bags of chips for like $5 or $6.
That still feels like a crime.
I mean, it should be, but it's not because, convenience and stuff. So yeah, it makes sense. Just would never, ever do it unless somebody had a gun to my head.
Gun to your head, buy these Doritos.
Okay.
Sure, fine.
Can I eat them? Of course.
Yeah, I'm not a monster. As they cock the gun.
And so we did that. We got our passes, which also it was weird because we got our passes, but they didn't give us lanyards.
That was weird.
Don't know what that was about.
But they had lanyards the second day.
Also, too, I asked for a lanyard, and the ladies at the counter for picking up your passes, because we saw they had a box of lanyards with them. everybody saw it. We all have eyes. I asked the lady, I was like, hey, we didn't get any lanyards. Is it okay if we get a lanyard for our passes? They're like, no, you'd have to go to the information desk for that. Why?
Yeah,
We could see the box. It's right there.
It made no sense. Luckily, I had my lanyard from this past February's Comic-Con still in my bag. So
yeah.
I am sad that it's not the same badge as it was at the other Comic-Con. Those feel so much like more higher quality because they are.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we should also say before we actually get into like what we did at the con, that Wenzel said at the beginning, this is only the second year that Comic-Con has done Comic-Con High Huntsville Anime Invasion. So it is a bit smaller scale than Comic-Con in Birmingham, which is about to have its 16th, annual Comic-Con, 16th year of doing it. So it is different. This is a smaller scale, smaller venue. So I kind of expected, I didn't expect like the same Comic-Con Birmingham polish on this one. I will say if this was like a run-of-the-mill like convention, like a random convention in its second year, I would say like fantastic. And I mean, obviously not to, I don't know, spoil anything if we can even do that, but I thought it was very well ran, and I liked the convenience of everything. It felt a lot better laid out in terms of host hotel and venue here than it does in Birmingham, because Birmingham just feels a little bit more spread out.
But also they had very bad planning on locations for events, in my opinion.
Yes.
It was bad enough to actually get me really annoyed. And I said so in my survey that they sent out after the con. And I hope that gets to someone, because it really sucked that what happened for specifically the AMV contest.
Yeah, we'll talk about it when we get to it. But yeah, I do agree with Tanner though, because it's smaller in a sense, so stuff was better laid out, easier, quicker access, it was in the Von Braun Center, and then the one in Birmingham's in the BJCC. So of course, because the BJCC I believe is bigger, it's gonna be like that.
Much bigger.
But you would also think too, with it being the same group, the convention, that they would plan it. I can't really harp on them too much for that, because the location is the location that they're given, so they're gonna do stuff adhering to that. So I can't really harp on that. But like with what Colt said, that specifically should have definitely been planned better. But yeah, I not to give anything away, I did like what how everything was kind of done and laid out for the most part. Yeah, so we get in there. Also, oh my god, also too, it's so quick to get to the convention. So like Tanner said, we're on the 9th floor, but literally we just take an elevator just down to the 2nd, and I mean it if anybody's been to the Comic-Con in Birmingham, unless you're on the floor directly to the convention, it's a fucking walk.
Yeah.
And even if you're on the floor to the convention, it's going to be a walk regardless, but it is a fucking walk to get to the convention. For us, it's literally just, I think, like a 3 or 4 minute walk, and you're right there. Or maybe shorter.
If you could catch the elevator, you could be in the convention hall from the 2nd floor in no shit 2 minutes.
Yeah,
like it was so convenient. And like the Comic-Con Birmingham walk, like we always stay at the West End, which I may try to get us at the Sheraton this year. But we always stay at the West End, and it's not like a super far walk, but like, like if we buy stuff on the convention floor and we're like, oh, we're going to go to like 3 panels in a row, we're going to go to the room and drop this off. It's just a far enough walk to be annoying. Not to mention that the elevator situation for Comic-Con Birmingham is always a shit show, to no fault of anyone. Like, they can't help that. But it's like between waiting for elevators and going to your room and coming back to the convention, I mean, you're looking at, on the fast side, a half-hour commitment. And that is annoying. I mean, again, there's not really a way to remedy that.
Yeah, but also you're forgetting the most important thing about the Huntsville walk is the catwalk that smells and feels like you're walking through vomit.
That's true.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true. It was
because
so hot and it smelled like shit, but also it was like 15 seconds from end to end. So it was like, who cares?
The smell was bad enough to make me feel like throwing up every single time we went through there.
The smell was
Jesus
atrocious.
Christ, Colt.
It was a bad smell. Did you like it?
No, I don't fucking care. I just walk through it and get over it.
I don't care about the bad smell. I don't care about my friend's feelings. I don't care about my friend's feelings. I want him to die.
Oh my God.
I would have preferred him to throw up.
I want him to die.
So you'd rather walk 15 minutes and then another 15 minutes back when
actually.
No, that's
that's kind of nice.
But I would.
That's insane.
It's not that bad.
That's actually an insane take.
You're telling me that a few second walk through a smelly hallway is worse than a 30-minute walk?
Yeah.
Okay,
no.
And it's not even 30 minutes. I think 30 minutes is a heavy exaggeration.
15 minutes to and back?
I wouldn't say it's 15 minutes to and back.
I would say it's a half-hour round trip when you factor in waiting for elevators.
Yeah. Also, too, again, why are you making this harder?
Also, I feel like the walk it's better for you. Also, I feel like personally, whenever I'm walking or I finish walking, I have a better feeling. I feel better. I feel like I worked out. I got my blood pumping. So I prefer that.
Oh, I mean, I agree with that take. I'm just talking from a time management perspective.
Time management. Of course, a walk is good for you. It's a walk. We're talking about time management. If you need to put stuff up because you don't want to carry stuff around, but if you want to put stuff up, it's going to take you a bit.
Yeah, but we've never had an issue with it. I've never had an issue with it.
No, it's not. Okay, it's not so much having an issue with Comic-Con Birmingham. It's just after the convenience of Comic-Con Huntsville, it's going to be, when we go to Comic-Con Birmingham in February, it's going to be like, oh, God, remember when we were right here? It's just that. It's just
the principle, the idea that you're going to make something harder for yourself when it doesn't have to be.
I mean, I need it. I need it. Working out's not bad for me.
It's a walk. Let's calm down.
Hey, a walk is good for the heart. It's even preferred.
Okay,
you're supposed to walk.
Okay, but it's not a workout. It's a walk.
You know what?
15-minute
Any
walk.
kind of exercise burns calories.
Yes,
rock, paper, scissors.
If Wenzel argues that walking isn't healthy, then I don't know.
That's not what I'm arguing, you fucker. That's not what I'm arguing. No.
What's the definition of workout?
That's not the argument. That's not the argument. Jesus Christ.
What is your argument? Say it instead of not saying it.
I'm trying to.
It also depends on the effort used. Because personally, when I walk, I'm a fast walker. I'm the equivalent of a grandma speed walking when I walk.
That is true. Colt is a fast
I exert myself more. So
he's
technically,
running.
Yes, I'm practically running. While you guys are weaklings standing in the back, watching my ass leave because you love to see it go.
That is true. We do.
You got us there. Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, Winslow. You lost that argument.
It is true. We love seeing it go. God, Jesus Christ.
So, anyways, we were at Stone Age.
God damn. I don't know what to do with this fucking episode. God
leave it as is. Nothing gets edited.
We've been recording for an hour.
Yes, thank you, Colt.
Hey, this is kind of like the bit where Wenzel says he wants to have the longest playthrough of Still Wakes Deep. We're actually doing a real time at Comic-Con episode, and we were there for 3 days. So,
fuck.
It's gonna be a long one.
Anyway, God, where the fuck were we before we got on this? Holy shit.
We walked to the convention to get our badges.
God damn it. Okay. So we did that. We went to the game room because we were curious about that because the vendor hall hadn't opened, or we thought the vendor hall hadn't opened, but it actually was open. But it's fine because we went to the game room area. If I were to give a criticism, it would be that the game room didn't have many games in it.
No,
yeah,
not at all.
There was a large portion of the game room too that was dedicated to what was the chalk zone, which would people draw chalk on the ground, which kind of cool.
Yeah, it was a large area though where they could have still had the chalk zone and also had more games. Like
the wrestling ring in the middle. Yes, it needed a lot of room for the people of the crowd because it had a WWE guy there. Not going to name him, but I feel like there was enough room in there where it's like, okay, we can fit in another, even if they want to do another vendor, like they had that massive card vendor over there. They probably could have.
Yeah, I 1,000% agree. And it's so weird too, because like, I'm pretty sure they used the same company to get all the arcade machines for Comic-Con High than they did for Birmingham. And I really think it just goes to like, okay, there's not as many attendees at Comic-Con High as there is in Birmingham. Thus, we don't have the budget to get as many arcade games but I will say there was different arcade games here. Like we played Sonic Champions, Sonic the Fighter, and I've never seen that at Comic-Con Birmingham in the years we've been going.
Yeah.
It was like a Sonic Champions. It was actually it was Japanese, so it was a Sonic the Fighter arcade machine.
Yeah, if you're a fan of the Yakuza series, like a Dragon series, it was in the latest game, Infinite Wealth. It's very fun in there too.
It was very fun.
It was very fun. We all traded wins with each other.
Yeah, it was.
I beat Colt. Wenzel beat me. Colt beat Wenzel.
Yeah, it's just 3 buttons, but we were fighting for our lives.
It was crazy. Yeah, and then gosh,
maybe the best Sonic game.
No.
We went to the did we go to the card shop area or did we go to that
looked
later? Yeah, we looked.
Y'all looked.
And we saw like $300 pops.
Yeah.
Very expensive pops.
Which I think the Betty Boop pop was like $50 or $70. I can't remember. Somebody actually bought that. Hey,
old-fashioned gooners.
More. Dude, if you're buying a Funko Pop to goon, you should maybe go to prison.
Maybe. This was also a young person.
Jail.
Yes. So we looked at the cards a bit because they had Magic cards, they had Pokemon cards, they had Yu-Gi-Oh cards, they had a bunch of different stuff.
No One Piece.
Yeah, it was so weird. This vendor didn't have One Piece cards. Because so many vendors had One Piece cards.
They did have Austin Power cards that I bought 2 packs of.
Made up for it.
They did.
Yep. It was very cool. So yeah, then we went to the vendor hall finally. We looked around for quite a bit. Colt, did you get anything the first day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Colt blew his budget the first day.
Yeah, okay.
No, I didn't.
Well, not blow your budget, but you spent more on the first day than you thought you were going to.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we walked around the vendors were fine. There was
better vendors. I feel like the amount of unique figures there was higher. It felt like they had older stuff, a ton of older stuff. I mean, shit. Yeah. Some of the stuff I got. Is it okay if I say stuff I got on the second day?
Yeah. You can just go ahead and say whatever all you got if you want.
One thing that I'm like super happy I found, which was a surprise, was in the very, very back of the area, the vendor hall. I found a vendor that was selling very old Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT figures, and I saw a sealed package of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And as soon as I saw it, I made eye contact with that thing. I said, "Oh," but I just left it. I was like, I'll come back maybe later if I see it. Don't see anything. And then on the second day, I actually went back, and the guy recognized me there. And whenever I asked, like, how much is this? And he said 50, but I'll let it go for 40. And I didn't have to say anything. I didn't have to negotiate. He's like, yeah, I'll give it to you.
Yeah,
Like,
that was very true. Like the guy, like Colt was like, "How much is that?" He was like 50, but the box had a slight dent in the corner. He was like, "I can do 40 though." I was like, "Damn, master of the deal, Colt."
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, with this figure, I wasn't going to keep in the box because I had not this exact figure, but the model for Super Saiyan 4 Goku in this same line. I think it's a Jax figure, and I just had to have it, and I'm really glad I did. I opened it because fuck you, I don't care. And I have him sitting up here right next to Panda from Jujutsu Kaisen and Nico Robin.
That vendor had a lot of cool figures. They had like
Gears
Final
of
Fantasy
War,
8 figures, Gears of War. They had
Halo,
Kingdom Hearts figure. Like if I had like some serious coin on me, I probably would have. But they had a Sora and a Roxas figure. That
They even had some Dragon Ball's old trading cards. They had some GT packs that were very expensive.
Yeah, they had a lot of cool stuff. I was going to mention, talking about the vendors, especially vendors like that. I think all of us kind of had the same complaint about Comic-Con Birmingham when we went in February, where it seemed like a lot of the people that were there were selling like very run-of-the-mill sort of like, it didn't feel unique. I will say the vendors here, and there was a lot of vendors. I mean, I know we're talking about it being a smaller convention, but the vendor hall was comparable size to the Birmingham one. I would say it was close to the same amount of vendors. I feel like, I would say there was a lot more unique stuff at this convention than there was in Birmingham. Like there was a lot. Colt touched on this already, but there was a lot of like old action figure and old toy collectible sellers. There's a lot more trading card sellers than I ever remember seeing at any Comic-Con before.
Tons of One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece cards were fucking huge and like not bad prices. Like I know Colt will touch on this, but Colt bought some One Piece trading card packs, and the guy selling the booster boxes were selling them for like literally retail price. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I mean, outside of like OP01, which, you know, the first fucking set, like he was selling them all for like within $10 of retail, which is like way cheaper than you can get. And these are English booster boxes, not Japanese booster boxes. These are English booster boxes. So that I was really impressed by that. But like, and I also just feel like the prices here, it didn't feel like people were trying to scam you. That was another thing I remember in February when we went to Comic-Con, where like the year before, everybody was like, oh, you can pay with this and you'll have to pay tax. But if you give me cash, you know, you won't be charged tax. And then at Comic-Con in February this year, everybody was like, all right, cash, $77 for a $70 figure. They were charging fucking 10% sales tax on cash that they're not going to fucking report to the IRS anyways. So they're just getting free money from you. Here, it didn't, at least from the interactions I saw y'all have, I don't think y'all got charged tax when you paid with cash.
I think I confused some vendors by showing them cash.
That is true. One of y'all, I don't remember which one, got way too much change back from a vendor.
It was me. I didn't say anything because fuck it, dude. We stay balling.
Yeah, I did the math. I was like, they gave you like $15 too much. And like, I don't know where the confusion happened.
But you know what? I say thank you because I think last year or in February, I feel like I was overpriced or overcharged for something. So it's okay. It evens out because it was the same vendor.
Oh, the big like action figure, not
No.
action figure, but the
Models.
models. Yeah.
Yeah. But
I think we were all overcharged.
yeah, and the fucking One Piece cards, I bought 6 packs for $25.
Which is an insane deal. I mean, you can't get packs that cheap in stores hardly.
Yeah, and I also got 2 Transformers, which I don't remember seeing any Transformer stuff other than the 2 super old toys in the one in Birmingham. So this was a super surprise. I got Sludge and I got a Bumblebee, both Studio Series, both beautiful figures. I've got Sludge in his little dinosaur form, and I absolutely love this thing. I need all the Dinobots. Just they're so cool. I wish that they'd have a combiner thing. If they have like a combiner set that you could have to make with Studio Series, I would buy that in a heartbeat.
Well, did you see the Oh, I think you sent it to me, the Devastator?
Yes, that Devastator that's releasing looks super awesome.
Well, yeah, and then like they're doing each individual Constructicon, and those will be able to combine. I don't know if they're Studio Series, but they look like fairly big figures. So
Yeah.
that's something to keep your eye on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, the Sludge Colt got was super sick. He got a good price for it too, I believe. Yeah, it's and then the Bumblebee, if you know Sludge, obviously with the Dinobot he's talking about Generation 1. Bumblebee also is the Generation 1 form. Both very cool. Yeah, that like Colt said, Birmingham, there was like a few Transformer figures that were old. There was the Beast War ones that I missed out on. This year there was quite a few people that had Transformer figures. This person did just have Sludge and Bumblebee. I can't remember who else they had. I think they had RC and somebody else, and maybe 2 other figures. Then there was like they also had a big figure. There was a seller, maybe it was them. They had Teletran 1, the ship that the Autobots fly in the original show. They had the toy that was made for that to be able to transform into a bot. They actually had the toy for that. It's huge. I had never seen it. Super expensive. They also had somebody had Tripticon, the Decepticon city, and then they had, I believe somebody had Metroplex. There was a seller with also just a bunch of other figures besides anime figures. They had a Tripticon, some Godzilla monsters from other stuff. It was really a lot of good unique figures here. More like we've said, more so than the Birmingham one, I believe.
Yeah, Winslow, I mean, there's I'll let you say it, but that one of the figures you got was extremely fucking cool, and I've never seen anything like that at Comic Con Birmingham.
It just felt like super cheap for what you got.
I know, like it's so cool. So on the second day, I didn't get anything the first day, really. The second day, though, we go back through just really quick because there was this one seller who, like again, like nobody. It felt like nobody was here trying to cheat anybody or scam anybody, which I really appreciate. And I paid mostly with cash. The guy here, he had this really cool alien figure, and I see it up there, and then he had a I know I wanted to get an anime. I wanted to get some kind of anime figure, but I didn't know what. And but I saw he had the alien figure, and then he had a deal where it was like if you buy 2 figures, you get $10 off. So it was like this alien figure, I think it was like $55, and then this he had this Frieza figure. His gosh, it's before he becomes his more well-known form. It's
First form.
First form. When he has his horns, I can't remember how much it was, but the total was like 90. But then because I got the $10 off, it was only 80 together, and it was so cool because I also asked him because he has the the Xenomorph figure out and about. And I was like, "Is that the same figure?" And he's like, "Yes, this is the same figure, just a different color." And immediately I was like, I have to have it. And he kind of laughed and he grabbed it. And that was super sick.
And it's a big ass figure. I'm sure Wenzel in the Instagram post will like share a picture of it. It's huge and it has like weight to it. Like I'm shocked. Like I told Wenzel, even at full price, I feel like it was a bit of a steal.
It Yeah, because it is highly detailed. I mean, you can even see through his head into like his skull. I can't remember which xenomorph this is because this isn't from the first movie. I can't remember, but it's still very cool. Like it's big. It's basically like a new pet. It's yeah, we have to feed it.
It's probably so cheap because it takes up so much room, and you actually have to find out where the fuck you want to put it.
Yeah, I
That
figured
may
out.
that may be true because it is fucking big.
It's so big and it's so heavy because at first when I took it out of the box there in the hotel, I was trying to set it up, but it kept falling over, and all of us were thinking, oh, well, the tail is probably the counterweight, and yeah, and whenever you put the tail and all the accessories on it, it's perfectly sturdy and everything, and I currently have it out right now on my uh where I keep my consoles, and it's so cool. It's staring at me right now. It wants food. Meow.
Oh shit!
No.
And the Frieza figure though, I love too.
Yeah.
It's so good, and he's a lot larger than I expected. And oh gosh, I can't remember how much he was, but he also felt pretty cheap. Very good sculpt. His horns aren't sharp at all. Very muscular, just really good detail. I also have him out on my desk right now, just so sick. Like Tanner said, I'll make sure to put a haul post for what I got. I can't really do that for Colt because we didn't take pictures of his.
No.
Sorry, but I'll put out a picture for mine.
Maybe Colt can at least take a picture of that Gogeta figure because it is really fucking cool.
I also got a Gal Gaigar real grade.
It's very cool.
Dude, the model kits at this con, if I just had unlimited money, some of the shit they had here was insane.
Yeah, they had a lot of
Model-wise.
they had a lot of good kits. There was this one model seller who had a lot of premium Bandai kits too. Very cool, very expensive. Those scalper prices are insane. This is the only seller who I would say I'm like, I don't know, because they had a Groudon model kit for Pokemon, and so they were asking for like $35 for it. You can buy it right now anywhere else for $20.
Yeah.
So yeah, I almost got it until I until I looked it up, and I was like, never mind. It's a cool kit. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not gonna pay an insane $10-15 more for this that I can buy anywhere else. I mean, shit, you can literally go. Target will carry these kits. If you go to Target, more than likely, they might have it. $20, easy.
Yep. That also goes for like people wanting to get in like basic Gundam too. Like they sell that at Target now.
Yeah,
You can just buy pretty cheap Gundam kits at Target.
Yeah, and so yeah, the vendor hall was pretty cool. Artists, some of the artists there, it was a lot of the same, not really anything too crazy. Sorry. There maybe I'm forgetting somebody that looked really cool or unique or whatever, but for the most part, it's just it's just the same kind of chibi anime stuff, and that's your market.
I kind of wish they, and maybe this will be something they improve on. I kind of wish the artist area and the vendor area were two different areas.
Yes, I agree.
I wish they would. I mean, I don't know where you would put them. I don't know how logistically possible that would be.
Just put one half of the room as artists, one half as vendors.
Well, see, that's what kind of sucks though, is if you did that, I mean, really, you might alienate the artist alley so much that the vendor hall might get most of the traffic, and I think that's why they do that. They put them together.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that the artists are getting like the traffic as well. So like there's no separation that like if the vendor hall has a ton of people, the artists are going to be able to get a piece of that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's definitely the reason they do it. I personally, as a goer of the con, I would like that just because two, I feel like it would be a chance to you would be able to obviously accept more artists into the convention, therefore allowing a bigger I guess array of art that is available and not and again, these artists obviously know their markets, they know who they're selling to, they it's what they want to make, I assume. That being said, I do wish there was just a little bit more variety, like even if it was just like people making pins or like really cool sticker sets, like it kind of seemed like everybody was kind of everybody has gone the way of the print, and you only have room for so many prints in your life. Like make little cute fun goods. Pins are huge. I don't know if y'all know this. People love pins. I love pins. Make pins.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be more inclined to buy a pin.
Me too, because like I mean, would I love to buy prints from like every single person that I thought drew good? Like, yeah. Like I don't have a way to like properly show them. Like with a pin, it's usually a cheaper investment for me, the buyer, which again, I get that's not the most important person here. But also too, like it's so easy to just put a cork board and you can display like 100 pins.
Well, that depends on what kind of pin you're getting made, because getting pins made is actually more it's not a matter of it being more expensive, it's kind of more involved than
Oh
getting
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
that
no, I completely understand that.
that's why you do see more prints and stickers, because when you're doing pins, it's different. It's a whole thing of like you're like, especially too if you're like, if you have a character and people are like, oh, we want this as a pin, and it's just like, well, now I have to condense and redraw this character into a pin form, or figure out how this is going to look and how it's formatted for pins. It's a whole thing. And I want to say getting pins made, especially if they're metal, is more expensive.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was talking from just my perspective. I understand it's a much more involved process, pin making versus, printing prints or making stickers. Like, I completely understand that. I don't know how to remedy that problem. And I could be in the vast minority here and people just love what's being shown at these conventions. I don't know. But personally, like I remember and it feels like the change was like this year, because I remember going to Comic-Con last year in 2023 and there was so much cool fucking art. And I feel like here and Comic-Con Prime back in February, I just feel like it's not that there wasn't good art. There was good art. It just all of it just kind of occupied like the same sort of niche in my head. I'm like, oh, this is everybody's interpretation of fucking Naruto eating ramen.
Yeah,
or stuff like that. Which again, there's nothing wrong with that, but when you see 30 vendors all with like the same basic layout and the like pretty much the same not the same prints, because obviously everybody has their style, but like the same scenes, the same characters, like it tends to feel samey, and I don't really know how you could remedy that in a way that everybody still comes away happy. I don't know, but that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, no, I agree though with, like I said before, like samey. I mean, hell, there was like artists who I was looking forward to from last year that I really wanted to see at Birmingham this year, and they weren't there.
Yeah.
And that's not because they couldn't make it, because they had those slots filled with other cons. So it's like, well, they more than likely didn't get accepted, and it's just like, why? Because they were there last year. They did really good. Why wouldn't they be back? Yeah, that really bummed me out. And then with Huntsville, there I didn't really see anybody that stood out. No offense to anybody, but yeah. Also too, I actually bought I did buy little like more like I don't want to say commercial, kind of like basic pins that I gave to both Colt and Tanner.
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles.
And Sonic the Hedgehog.
And Sonic. I got an Elmo and Tweety Bird just for myself.
I think they rule.
Yeah, but
Thank
you'll
you.
never get them.
Well,
Sorry.
yeah.
You're welcome. That's why I got them for everybody. And then we also did go back to the card place, and I bought 2 Commander decks.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
2 Magic Commander decks. First one I got, I was like, oh, this is super cool. And then Tanner was like, well, maybe we can get back into Magic. I'm like, I don't want to fucking do that. But then he said, Commander seems really fun. It's kind of crazy, but I think more accessible when everybody plays. And immediately I'm like, okay, I'm in.
And then it made me go and buy one.
And Cole also bought one. I was the one that bought up. Man, I'm really thinking about getting into Magic again, and I was the one that didn't buy a Magic deck.
And it's kind of pissing me off now.
It's your fault, Tanner.
It's your fault, Tanner.
Hey, we're getting together in a couple of weeks and playing Magic.
You're getting together in 4 months to play.
We're getting together
in
for
2 weeks.
We're getting together in 6 months to play Magic. Like, Jesus Christ.
It's 2 weeks.
It's like you waved the bone in front of us and then you took the bone and ate it yourself. And
listen,
it's like, I don't know.
We can play it. We can play MTG Arena whenever y'all fucking want.
Well, me and Colt have actually made separate plans to play Magic just each other. So,
when are y'all playing?
That was a lie.
Yeah, well, he lied to you.
That's not true. We should though, just because Tanner did this to us. I bought 2 Commander decks because there was a second one that I saw that was really cool, and then it was like, at a certain point you get like a discount on stuff. So I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna buy this and the Austin Power cards.
Nobody bought the Warhammer Commander deck though.
It was too expensive.
Too expensive.
Cowards. Wenzel said it was.
Why
too
didn't
expensive. Wenzel said it was too expensive, but he bought 2 Commander decks combined. That was the same price.
Okay, but I didn't know about the Warhammer until after. Okay, so I gotta think economically here, Tanner.
Yeah, I just need everybody to be prepared. 2025 is the year. If y'all thought this podcast was nerdy before, we're getting into the Stormlight archives. We're getting into Warhammer. We're getting into Magic the Gathering. I mean, we are going full blown geek.
We're geeking.
It's actually not even a bit too. Like
it's really not a bit.
It's like I'm really fucking feeling it, especially like with the Warhammer. It's kind of weird. It's like all just happened. It's like getting back into Magic. Warhammer really just got my cock, and
that's crazy.
And then Tanner and Colt getting into the Stormlight archives. It's just yeah, man. Yeah, we're doing it.
Also, I'm making plans, which I wish somebody would join me, of building a One Piece deck and entering a local tournament. So, yeah.
No one's going to take you up on that offer.
Why, Colt?
I don't know.
Sorry, bud. But hey, if you want to play Magic with us.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to play Magic too. I also think we should enter a local Magic tournament.
There's a second one?
What?
You said Magic 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, the sequel to Magic the Gathering, Magic 2.
No, we have, let's just say, some plans that hopefully, if they pan out, Magic and the podcast, there's something there that might happen.
Yeah, we're still trying to convince Patrick to play.
Oh, well, we're not convincing. We asked him and he said no.
Yeah, we were like, yeah, Patrick, if you want to come play Magic with us, he literally goes, yeah, I would love to sit and watch y'all play Magic.
Yeah, he definitely has no interest.
He has no fucking interest.
But yeah, no, the 2 Commander decks I did get though, I don't remember Chisiro, the serpent guy, and then the other one is like an owl. Very cool. I'm very excited for when we do play Magic. And then I had to dust off and dig up my old Magic cards. And because now I know about Commander, I made a third Commander deck just for funsies. So if Tanner doesn't have a deck by the time we play, I can spot them. So
Cool.
You're gonna have to pay though.
yeah.
Fuck. I'm hoping. I don't know those bloom. I really want a bloom. God, not to get on a tangent. I really want one of the Bloomborough commander decks, but they've gotten like $10 more expensive since Comic Con.
The Bloomborough decks look so cool.
Yeah.
I was almost tempted, but this one with the owl on it that seemed super sick. I really enjoyed.
And before anybody says, "Oh my god, these guys are playing with precons," I haven't played Magic legitimately in fucking 18 years. So
I've never played it.
You're gonna have to give me a little bit of time. I don't even remember the fucking rules.
Also, too, I'm fairly certain from what I've looked up about this, it's recommended to get the pre-constructed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Also, Commander did not exist in a large scale format the last time I played Magic, which again was the year 2006.
So, yeah. What Commander deck did you get, Colt?
Got the Fallout 4, specifically Dog Meat Commander deck. I can't remember what it was called. But I got the Fallout deck, and I'm very happy because I fucking love Fallout. And honestly, if it wasn't Fallout themed, I don't know if I would have gotten one.
Are you excited about the SpongeBob cards?
No, but the Final Fantasy ones, that's a different story.
Have you seen how Magic players are like really mad about the quote unquote Fortnite-ification of Magic? Because I don't know if y'all saw, but they're making all the Universe Beyond stuff like tournament legal, like standard legal. So like now you can play with like the weird fucking sets. So now like SpongeBob could legitimately be like like a powerhouse card. I mean, I don't fucking know.
Oh, boo-hoo. You're getting more new people into your hobby because they see something they like.
I mean, I'm definitely buying the SpongeBob cards. And those Marvel commanders that they're releasing all look really fucking cool.
Yes,
Captain America can throw any weapon.
So you're throwing a card at somebody?
No, but like I saw somebody make like a hypothetical deck, like commander deck with Captain America as their commander. And it's like, yeah, you can give him like Excalibur and he can throw Excalibur and it does this. And I was like, oh man, that's some good janky mechanics.
Fuck, hell yeah. Yeah, no, Fortnite-ification is dumb. Because it's really fun, in my opinion.
Yep. I'm also super excited for the Final Fantasy set. I plan on dropping a penny on that for sure.
All right, let's talk about the convention.
Oh yeah.
So the first thing we did besides all that was or after all that was we watched the New South Pro Wrestling.
We watched that. Sorry, I was thinking of someone else.
Oh, I forgot we watched that actually. The New South.
What?
We'll get there. We're not there yet.
Okay, we're not there yet.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
The New South Pro Wrestling Live. We watched that, and it was a great time. It was better. It was better than the show at Birmingham.
Oh yeah, by leaps and bounds.
Also, too, it's kind of crazy that they have two different sound groups for these shows because, well, sorry, no. New South is different from the one.
Yeah, it's a different promotion. New South is a North Alabama promotion where the promotion that does the Birmingham shows is like a much more local indie. New South actually has a fairly substantial following in like North Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia area. It's a fairly sizable wrestling promotion.
But also, to be fair, the sound quality last year in the Birmingham show was better, and somehow the one this year got 10 times worse. Anyway, yeah. So when it came to like announcing and talking and stuff, it wasn't too bad, and it was just a lot of fun. There was one of my favorite bits. I think it was the first one with God, I don't remember his name, but he had a mullet, negatively just getting his ass kicked, and then at the very end he pops up again with his partner for their battle royale basically, and their bit they just start making out.
Yeah. That's so good.
It was so good. I took some pictures of the first of when he first appears that I will try to post on the Instagram because his face he makes some dude's funny as hell. Like he's great.
Yes. Yeah, he is a great comedy wrestler. So I had heard of him, just being a fan of wrestling in this area. But I had never actually watched him. He gets like the physical comedy aspect of wrestling probably better than anybody on the independents right now, and it's not so over the top where you're just like, oh man, I wish this dude would shut the fuck up. It toes the line to where it's just like legitimately like, oh, this dude's like really fucking funny. It was good. He was even doing bits like after he got eliminated from the battle royale, he was like throwing popcorn in his mouth and he was throwing popcorn at his tag partner and he was like doing bits on the floor for like 6 people. Like, I mean, he was playing to every single person that was watching that show. I was very impressed by it negatively.
And then like also too, there was like bits going on that would like extend the whole game hall that we really I couldn't see, but like there was shit just happening everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Especially too, the crowd had grown, so they're having to like kind of weave through the crowd. It was a lot of fun. There was also this one wrestler that had a whooper.
Yes, a
Great,
whooper
great
flush.
bit.
Screaming my heart out for that whooper.
Yep, love that whooper. Gosh, and then there's another wrestler who, for the battle royale, they their signature killing move was they started just absolutely shaking their ass on somebody's face. It was great.
Oh yeah, they did the stink face. That was pretty good.
God, it was just a great time. And then I think negatively had when he got defeated and he had to be carried off. There was this whole bit with him and the 2 people in the front. He was like, "Call me."
Oh yeah, there was like this older woman in the crowd, and he kept saying like, "You got to be my girlfriend" and stuff. It was very funny. He was very into it.
He was doing this very country kind of like, we're at this anime convention and I heard this stuff about waifus. Do you want to he was like, do you want to be my waifu?
Oh yeah, it's like, and you have to call me senpai.
Yeah,
very good. It was very good. It was very good. No, the new. I've actually been to New South shows before. I've been to a couple. They're a good promotion, but yeah, like this was a really good like hour-long spot show. Like probably, I'm not even gonna say probably, definitely the best wrestling show we've been to at one of these conventions.
It was so.
I agree.
Yeah, the most fun for sure. Like. Maybe, but I mean, even the wrestling, like, I mean, the wrestlers at this show were like obviously have a little more polish than the wrestlers at the Birmingham one. I honestly, I wish they would just contract New South to come to Birmingham. It's not that, because New South is based in Hartselle, so like it's not that far of a drive to Birmingham. I just wish they would get them instead of like the other. Nothing against the other promotion. I just think if you're trying to put like, it feels weird to me that the much larger promotion is at the much smaller convention. It doesn't really make sense to me.
Maybe it's because it's closer to all the good stuff.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe, but even then, Hartselle and Birmingham, I mean, it's like an hour. I mean, it's not far.
But yeah, so then we had like a huge gap between what we were going to next, which was the Charlotte Gamers Network drag show. So in that gap, we decided to watch a little film.
Oh my god. I did forget about this.
If anybody follows our letterbox, you probably saw it, but it was the very prestigious TMZ Presents the Downfall
classic
of Diddy.
Downfall of Diddy.
It was
the
on
prequel.
Tubi.
Yeah, I was about to say, because there's a sequel out.
Yeah.
Already.
And we all went 2 stars on it because it did really nothing. And then there was this woman who is from this group that Diddy managed. oh gosh, I can't remember their group. I had never even heard of them until this, but she got a huge spot on the program to literally just say the most vaguest shit ever. And then one person got on there and just started speaking in riddles.
Yeah, there was a
Suge
guy
Knight.
on there. Yeah, it was Suge Knight was literally talking like he was the fucking Riddler. I'm pretty sure that's what my Letterboxd review says was, why is Suge Knight the Riddler? Yeah, it was kind of wild. Also crazy how many like Diddy defenders TMC reached out to about this.
Yeah.
Like even I'm pretty sure Suge Knight said it was like, yeah, he probably innocent. I'm like, oh, where are you interviewing Suge Knight from? Where is he right now? Oh, that's jail. That's crazy.
Yeah, he killed the man.
Yeah, several probably.
He was like, he even said he doesn't like Diddy, because he's one of Diddy's enemies. But he's like, I wish nothing on my enemies, like all this shit. It's just like, okay, cool.
Yeah. It was definitely like TMZ had about 30 minutes of footage for an actual Diddy doc, and then they had this Suge Knight interview and that interview with the woman whose name I'm forgetting, and they're like, well, I mean, she's going to be the last 20 minutes of this documentary, but this is still going to be the Diddy doc, because it was so, and it was and it was so funny how they were doing like the interview with the woman, because she was on the TV screen and like the TMZ guy is in like a lounge room sitting in a chair talking to the TV, where he's like, so tell us about your time with Diddy. And it's just so, but it's like, it's 20 minutes fucking long. It's so long.
and she doesn't say anything, because she says, I don't want anything to happen to me, but I will say this, and says nothing.
Yeah. It's literally like an interview. She's like, well, I don't want anything bad to happen to me, but let's just say you don't want to know. It's just like, what are you saying?
And then there would be an ad break, and it's just like, okay, we're gonna get something out after this ad break. There's a big lead up. No, nothing.
Yeah, and then literally, God, I gotta find my review. I'm pretty sure I talk about Suge Knight becoming.
You do. I remember it. I haven't seen it in a bit, but I do remember you talking about it.
Because I remember us listening to it, and I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? Okay, my review on Letterboxd was literally just Suge Knight talks like the Riddler.
I don't know. I thought I liked this. I never liked it. I don't know why.
I was about to say somebody just liked it. It was Wenzel.
Yeah, so we had a fun time watching that, just because of it was just so stupid. And then finally we went to the drag show, and it was incredible. It was better than the one in Birmingham, in my opinion. It was
Oh
insane.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
The way they had the stage set up and everything, it felt better.
Yeah, it felt like, I will say my one complaint about the set, and again, this is nothing on the performers. The performers were incredible. The Charlotte Gamers is literally like my favorite guest group.
I agree. And I'm so glad they're coming back to Birmingham in February.
And they're doing 3 shows.
I'm so ready. I'm
in
so
February,
ready.
which I'm super pumped about. Because we'll go to all 3. Is that they didn't have like the runway like they did in Birmingham. So every performer, like, like a big part of the drag show experience is like, like, oh, take my money, here's my dollar. And there wasn't really a way for the performers to get that money on if they were on the stage. So they would all have to come out to the middle of like the floor and like do part of their set there. And like, well, that's cool and all. I just feel like it's not really, it didn't make for a good viewing experience, because all 3 of us were in the front. Okay, so when they went to the middle of the floor, like, yeah, you could see them, but you had an obstructed view.
Yeah, because everybody would circle around.
Yeah, they essentially formed like a mosh pit around.
Now they did try to help by like having the cameras on them, so there's screens on the stage, so you could try to watch them, but it was not that good.
And again, no fault of the performers.
Oh no,
this is solely a convention issue. I hope because they did it in Birmingham, so I don't know why it wasn't like literally the exact same stage setup in Huntsville because the room was plenty big enough for it. My
Probably
hope is that for the next Huntsville Comic-Con, when the Charlotte Gamers come back and do a show, they have like the catwalk, the drag, the ramp or whatever you want to call it.
Well, probably because the one in Birmingham has the catwalk and this one doesn't.
Yeah, but I feel like, as far as stage construction goes, I feel like that's as simple as just moving a piece somewhere else or having the piece for obviously like I get it, like I know, but I feel like I don't know. It feels weird that like they just didn't have it set up for that.
Well, Tanner knows how to build stages, guys. Everybody call him up.
Yeah, call me up. But no, it was a great show. Also, I want to give a shout out to the host, the MC, F and Jax, who also performed twice, as well as like MC the show. Entertaining as shit.
Oh yeah, they were great in February. They were the drag bingo host too.
Yeah, which I didn't go to drag bingo in February, but yeah, they were fucking phenomenal.
They're so fucking funny and they're so like good. So Tanner missed drag bingo in February. He missed when F and Jax did their Leon Kennedy performance, and they did the Leon Kennedy performance again this year, and it was so fucking good. It was
so good. That was literally the first act of the show, and I'm like, and I knew immediately. I'm like, oh my god, they're doing the Leon Kennedy bit that they did at drag bingo that Colton Winslow like raved about.
It was
They were walking like somebody was controlling them with fucking tank controls, and like, oh god, it was so good. It was so fucking good.
And they did the Fall Guys. They were the fucking bean from Fall Guys.
Yes, they did. They did a Fall Guys routine. That god, it was so good. It was so good.
And they had a remix that I can't remember what song they remixed with the Fall Guys theme, but it worked so well. It was very good. Their Fall Guys routine was great. Somebody, I can't remember who, had Murder on the Dance Floor.
That was oh my god, Von Tits. What was their first name? I want to say Kathy Von Tits.
I can't remember.
I can't remember. I remember Von Tits.
Yes, Von Tits were definitely there. Was definitely there.
Yeah. God, you know what? Give me a second. Because they had all their performance. But
it was such a good show. I gotta say, like, the Charlotte Gamers is like the best addition to Comic-Con this year.
Ivy Von Tits.
Ivy Von Tits. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking King of the Hill, but we're just talking about a drag show.
Really good.
But yeah, it rocked.
Yeah, it had me screaming. God, it was insane. And then yeah, that was our first day. Our second day was a lot of fun too, because the first thing that we went to was the Tifa and Aerith English voice actors panel. Britt Barron and Brianna White.
Yes.
Yeah. It was really cool. I didn't know who these people were, but it was very fun. Of course, they also, when they open up questions for people, the questions were surprisingly very tame. Nobody was embarrassing or cringy, so that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that didn't happen to the next panel.
Yeah. There was also this little child who was so tiny, but they were dressed as Cloud.
Yes.
I don't know. I lost my mind. I was like, that's insane.
It was very good. Like,
God, why are you so small?
Like, the parents like spiked their hair like Cloud. I'm like, that's good shit. That I like that.
What was so funny too is the kid would turn around to look at me. They looked so angry looking at me. So
they were gonna kill you with the Buster Sword.
yeah, while I love this little cloud, I think they're racist. So
Fuck.
I mean, that is canonical to Final Fantasy VII, so you could say the kid was
I don't
just
know about that.
lore accurate.
but no. It was great. It was insightful to them talking about like working on the game and in the industry of voice acting. So then we weren't originally going to go to this, but Tanner was like, "Hey, the next panel is the Ruby I think what the main four of the Ruby cast."
Yes. So if you're not familiar with Ruby, just real quick, anime started at Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth no longer exist. They ceased operations back in May. So I thought it was really cool. I had only ever seen Barbara and Lindsay at a convention. I saw them way back when we went to PAX East in 2013. They were on the Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter panels, or the Rooster Teeth panel. So I was like, oh, it'd just be cool to see. Like, I really have no interest in Ruby, but like I like all. It's Barbara, it was Lindsay, it was Kara, and it was Aaron. And I was like, oh, okay, it's going to be a cool panel. I just like listening to them. Like, I mean, I just like hearing stories about Rooster Teeth, and I still listen to like a lot of the Rooster Teeth adjacent podcasts, like Regulation and 100% Eat and stuff.
Yeah, even for me, none of us actually have seen Ruby or know anything about Ruby. But this actually made me want to watch some Ruby. Even though I do remember seeing clips from the first season and it looked terrible. And the voice actors, all of them said, yeah, we just redo the first 3 seasons. They agree.
Yeah. Well, it's also
really interested now.
Yeah, it's also too because like the first couple seasons were literally being done by like one. It was being done by Monty. Like,
yeah,
he was like the sole. Yeah, rest in peace, Monty. But he was like the sole animator on it. So like, while it does not look good, it's like also it was like one guy. So like,
yeah,
take all that into consideration. Is like, okay, well, that's actually really fucking impressive. You even pulled this off. And now it's like that. I think Viz bought the rights to Ruby, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody bought the rights to Ruby. I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, it's still going.
Yeah, it's still gonna go. But was a couple weird questions at this panel as par the course for any Rooster Teeth panel I've ever watched in my 15 years of being a Rooster Teeth fan.
Oh fuck! I just remember that one kid that just kept going, which I don't think was a kid. I don't know.
No, it was definitely somebody that was
a young adult.
Yeah, definitely somebody that was probably closer to y'all's age than you would think.
They're 35.
Yeah, they're older than all of us. But they were asking for like writing advice and like
my God.
Pretty much the question. If they could have asked, "Hey, will you read my fucking script right here during the panel?" It would have went that way. And like all 4 of the panelists, and I have no idea how I would deal with this situation. So kudos to them. They're obviously all pros. Like this is what they do. But like they were too nice, and they weren't like, get the fuck off the mic. Because legitimately, this person was on the mic for probably like 5 or 6 minutes.
They were on there for so long.
It felt like an hour.
And like, and it was so funny because right before this, Tanner also said like, also too, it's like Ruby has like a crazy fan base. I think Tanner said this, or that was like this was my thinking. Ruby has a crazy fan base. So it was like, there's gonna probably be people asking crazy questions possibly.
And I said I've never seen a Rooster Teeth panel that didn't have at least one super cringy question.
So we were like, let's go see this. And I was just like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
And luckily it paid off. Because this one person was talking, and they talked for so long, and not only that, they had this this kind of like this demeanor that was just like, okay, these people don't know you, and you don't know them, so let's not act we're like close friends with them, talking about like their personal experience and being like, oh yeah, I remember that, as if you were there, or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was weird. And then the one person that brought up their dad's dog,
it's the same person, not one person.
Yeah, that the person Wenzel just mentioned and the person with the dad's dog was the same person.
And
She was asking Aaron like, who was that? Whose dog was that? Oh, that was my dad's dog. Sorry about that. Well, you know him.
No. She was asking. No. She was saying like, your dog or this dog looks so familiar to this dog I know. But then she was like on the spot, like thinking about like, oh, sorry, I was thinking about my dad's dog. Sorry. It's just like, why the fuck did you say that? Also, too, she was talking to Aaron about stuff. Literally, Tanner told me right before this about Aaron and like Rooster Teeth, and like she was dating oh god, who was
Miles, because Aaron never officially worked for Rooster Teeth.
Yeah, and then this person was being like kind of not like pushy about this, about like, well, I saw you. She kind of had like a weird voice too. I saw you in the Rooster Teeth videos, like saying all this stuff, and it's just like, that's because I was dating Miles. And then it's just like, oh, like there was like,
it was so awkward. Like the person was like. And I get it. A lot of people at these conventions have extreme social anxiety and they don't talk to anybody. I get it. But also maybe just don't ask questions. Because
especially so personal like that, because they knew because they even say, oh, like, sorry about that. Like, it's just like, oh, you knew.
Yeah. And it was so, it was just so awkward because I think one of the questions they asked was like, what was your favorite memory working at Rooster Teeth?
Yeah,
that's what it was. And
Aaron was like, I never worked there. And they were like, well, yeah, you did. You were in one of the videos. I saw you. And I'm like, how are you going to tell somebody where they worked?
What makes it even funnier is that before the questions started getting asked, they said, all right, one question per person. And if you have more to ask, go to the back of the line after you ask your question.
Which I think is a completely fair way to do it. Like, if people want to ask multiple questions, fine. But you got to get back in line for every question you want to ask.
No, this girl asked like at least 5 questions.
At least 5 questions.
And it was getting so long. They told them, they're like, hey, there are people behind you. Just to keep in mind, I'm sorry, but we have to wrap this up.
They had to like, and then she immediately gave the mic away. She's like, oh shoot, my bad.
Yeah.
So that they didn't say anything. She would have kept going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they would have stayed up there for the whole fucking panel.
It was also funny too, because we were getting closer and closer to the time ending. I don't know if it was this panel or the panel before, but it was like getting closer to the time ending, and more people started going up to ask questions.
Yes,
it was this panel. It was the Ruby panel. They were like, "All right, we have time for one more question," and then 4 people got in line.
Yeah,
like behind the person. Like they were like, "All right, this person has the last question," and then 4 people got in line. And I'm like,
it's not how that works.
Did we all not hear them say this was the last question? And like, kudos to like the moderator of the panel, who was also very good at their job, because they like were keeping it moving, and they actually still fit in like those 4 people with the questions. But like when the last person came out, they were like, okay, for real, you are the last question.
Yeah, they were very good. Also, I should mention too, I don't think I said or we even talked about like there was a person who did a lot of like the moderators, or we said this, the crew who did do stuff like moderators, the camera people, some like a lot of the sound people, and they all did a fantastic job. I should like just say that again. It was crazy, but yeah, no, it was a fun time. I also too, I just love Barbara, and she was so funny.
You should listen to Tales from the Stinky Dragon.
I should. There's a lot of Rooster Teeth stuff I need to listen to, especially now that they're gone.
Yep. Regulation podcasts. One of my favorite podcasts. They don't need the fucking promo on the show, but one of my favorite podcasts. 100% Eat. One of my favorite podcasts. Let's do it every week.
So then after this, there was a big break where we got some Domino's and ate and waited, because then the next thing we went to was the cosplay contest.
Can I just say, before we talk about it, that Domino's fucking hit. That Domino's was incredible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We got because Domino's was running a deal where every large specialty pizza was $10. So we got the Philly cheesesteak pizza, the buffalo chicken pizza, and I got a Hawaiian pizza, I believe. And all 3 of them fucking spanked our bottoms.
It awoke me to a love of a new pizza, and it's the Philly cheesesteak one.
I would never pay full price for that pizza, because that pizza's like $24. I would never pay that for one singular pizza, but damn, was it fucking good.
Well, Wenzel found a hack where he basically, it's kind of the same thing. It's just not having all the same toppings. We had it for our last movie weekend.
Ooh.
It was so good. What'd you do?
It was just the they have it's their national coupon. I think they have it almost on all the time where a large one topping pizza is like $7.99.
Oh yeah.
All I did, you can put whatever sauce you want on it. It's not an additional charge. So I put Alfredo and then I put the steak that they have, and it's basically the Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah. I mean, you're literally just missing the peppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Yeah. Can I just say too, like Domino's, like in a world where like fast food's kind of expensive now, you can always get a fucking deal at Domino's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they just give away free pizzas. Like I ordered a pizza not long ago, and then we got it, and then in my inbox I got a coupon for a free pizza.
Yeah. No.
Crazy.
Speaking of recently, whenever we did that our most recent movie marathon, I got because I think I don't know how often they do it, but they started recently doing that emergency pizza where you get a free pizza.
Yes.
Well, I have a coupon for it because after a recent thing, I got it. So now I have another free pizza. Also, too, Domino's sponsor us.
Please,
like literally sign up and you get points that you can use towards also getting pizza or breadsticks.
Yeah,
or,
and it's like every two orders you get a reward.
Yeah, so
it's
like
not bullshit like McDonald's.
And you don't have to spend anything outrageous. Just spend $10, like, and bam. And with $10, again, they have their national coupon, so it's like you can just get one large pizza with a topping, and then maybe something else. But
I mean, when y'all come over here, what I always do is I always get us they have the deal where if you get two topping medium pizzas, they're $7 each.
Yeah.
And like, they're smaller pizzas, but you're getting 2 pizzas for $14.
Yeah, like they're always having deals. And again, like with the deal of like that we had that weekend, it was literally all pizzas are 50% off. So
awesome.
so just pay attention and
Domino's, please sponsor us.
Please.
We love you. Don't even have to pay us. If we can just get some free pizza, some free cheese sticks.
Oh my god, that would be so
that
good.
would rock my life.
It
Domino's.
Would. Absolutely. So had a great time had a great time just eating pizza, being boys. So then we went to the cosplay contest. It was really cool. There were some cool cosplays. I can't remember everybody. I'm sorry. I was more enthralled with it, so I didn't take any really pictures or videos. It was really cool though.
There was a really good Ishibe cosplayer.
Yes, I loved seeing him around the con. You knew when he was coming because you heard this loud ass clogging because he's wearing Geta shoes, which is really awesome, and he's carrying around that massive paintbrush.
Yeah, it was incredible.
It was very cool. It's very cool.
He didn't win anything, but he won my heart.
Yeah,
should have. And then we had after that we had Drag Bingo, which was actually kind of the same slot as last time. Maybe a little no, it was not the same slot.
It was earlier, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was earlier. Tanner was able to go to this, but there was it was definitely different than the last one, but I will say better because this time we didn't have any stupid fucking idiots not knowing how to play fucking bingo, or when orders are given to them, they don't understand. But it was a smaller room, which kind of sucked.
I would say it was a worse experience when it came to, it's not on them, it's on the organizers of the convention.
Yes.
I missed 90% of the drag show because there were so many people in front of me. Because they were doing the dance in the only little area of the whole room that you can, and everybody was leaning over in their chair to see, so I couldn't see a single dance unless they came over to our side of the room, like Jax did, and it was very hilarious, because he was like, Jesus Christ, when's this going to end? I thought that was very funny.
No, Jax, so actually we were in the very front, should mention that, but so Jax doing their performance awesome. They come to our side and immediately they're like, "Fuck, when is it gonna end?"
Yeah, but they say it just loud enough where literally we were the only 3 people that heard it. Like they were talking to us. They were like,
us.
"Fuck, when's this song gonna end?" I was like, "That's the shit I paid for, brother." That was
For
that was-
real.
And Ivy Von Tits said something to us too. I can't remember.
Well,
It-
it wasn't Ivy Von Tits.
no, no, no.
2 people said something to us.
No, the other drag performer wasn't Ivy Von Tits.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what he's saying. It was I don't remember who it was. I'm sorry, I don't
remember
remember all the names, but they were really funny. They said something of like, oh gosh, they're like, "God damn, it's hot in here."
Oh, yeah, they come over because each of them did. Within 50 minutes, we played 2 rounds of bingo, and each of them did 2 sets, complete with costume changes. And they are underselling it, saying this is a smaller room. We were in a fucking conference room.
It was very small.
It was very
not a
small.
I mean, how many people would you? I mean, it was full. Like every seat was filled in there.
Probably
Yeah.
like 70, 80.
Yeah. 70 people in there. I mean, it was a small ass room. Like they were turning away people at the door. It was such a small room. I'm like, well, why are you having something with drag performances in a conference room?
I thought it was funny whenever we were about to start and the Charlotte's host guy, he was like, we're about to start gay bingo. And one of the hosts was like, gay.
Oh yeah, that was good. There's like, yeah, we're starting gay drag bingo. There's like, nobody said anything about gay. That was good shit. That was good shit. They were all the drag performers like that got on the mic that weekend were so fucking funny.
They're so funny. And then so Jax dressed up as Ethan Winters from specifically I think their outfit was in Resident Evil 8. But it was so funny because so this is basically the Key and Peele skit, if anybody remembers, where someone steals the hypotenuse joke and then everybody loves it, but then when the person tries to say that they did it, I think it was Jordan was the one that was my joke, everybody fucking hates him. So immediately as soon as they get up there and like, does anybody know who I am, Colt whispers Ethan Winters, and then I yell, "You're Ethan Winters," and they're like, "Thank you. That's the only person who got it." And Colt's like, "I said it. I said it. I said it."
I was the first person in the room that said Ethan Winters. I don't think anyone else would have gotten it if I had it kept to myself.
No, nobody would have, because nobody else said it besides Wenzel, who was sitting right by you.
Yep.
Bullshit.
And I claimed it, and then I even messaged Evan Jax. I'm like, I was the only person who knew you were Ethan Winters, so you're welcome.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
I hate you.
By the way, Effin Jax, if you're listening to this show and you have made it 2 hours and 15 minutes into this episode, because holy fuck, that's how long we've gone. Oh, I'm
Also, sorry, we had some derails.
yeah, sorry.
So long.
Please come on the show. I've messaged you. Please come on the show or
Okay, well,
answer my message.
Okay, well, you're kind of desperate there, buddy.
It is a little desperate.
You know what? Wenzel's off the show.
Oh man,
Oh well.
That came from the boys up top.
damn it.
That wasn't a Tanner call.
You guys can handle the rest of this.
Wenzel,
What
stop.
else did we do?
Wenzel, stop.
Okay, sorry, but anyway, yeah, Evan Jax, we love you. So freaking funny.
Yeah, very
Um,
funny. Very good.
Then after that, we went to the cosplay contest, the not the exhibition, the cosplay contest itself. Again, a lot of cool cosplays. There is somebody that was the Poppy from Poppy's Playtime. That was crazy. Let me tell you, after the show ended, oh, sorry, was that was in the exhibition because we were waiting for the
Yeah, that's an
Show.
exhibition.
Sorry. So I did mention this. So somebody did a full-on Poppy where they're on stilts and everything. It's crazy. We were waiting there and they had left. It had been like already 30 minutes since the freaking cosplay contest ended, and they had not even made it past the hallway because they have to walk so slow and everybody wants to take a picture of them. It was really funny, but very
They took
good.
pictures with so many small children.
That sounds bad.
Well, I mean, like the parents were there. It was
Yes.
fine. But it was just funny because like the cosplayer was on stilts, so legitimately probably 9-10 feet tall, and then like this 2-year-old by them. It was just a very funny visual.
Also, there was this a rogue baby that was rolling around on the floor. Don't know whose it was. I saw an old man like kicking the baby's shoe.
I don't remember Rogue Baby.
I remember that because the old man was just kind of sitting there watching them. I mean, obviously it was like their grandparent or somebody, but it just it was just okay. It was just funny to think that like, yeah, this guy just found this rogue baby and he's just kind of letting it roam around and shit.
Because they were rolling around all over the floor. I think Wenzel joked about like, what if that's a cosplayer?
Oh yeah, okay, I do remember that. Wenzel was like, "That's an adult."
And their parent did come up because they ended up leaving. But yeah, the cosplay contest,
baby was covered in dirt.
Yeah. I can't remember again. I can't remember who all was in the cosplay contest, but it was a lot of fun. It was really cool. A lot of good costumes.
I saw Sailor Moon die. It was sad.
Oh yeah, there was a little girl dressed up as Sailor Moon. Very cute.
Didn't cry.
Fun. Didn't cry. They tripped, and I was like, "Oh shit, she's about to cry right now." But she didn't, and everybody cheered for her. It was great. Like that. Usually, when a kid trips, they just immediately start crying. Any sort.
I would have cried because it wasn't even the kid's fault. It was like the stage handler's fault.
Yeah,
I would have cried too, but they didn't. So,
oh fuck! Kid. Do you remember when the fucking host had someone sing for like 5 minutes?
Oh, the Pokemon song?
Oh my god, that was during the cosplay contest.
Like,
god.
Take away the mic.
Oh my
Come
god!
On.
It was the whole song. They even sang the second verse, which nobody fucking knows.
They had nothing for like riffing while the judges do their things. They're like, let's do Hot to Go, guys. Pokemon theme song. Here's the mic.
Yeah, handed the mic to this random person in the front row, and they sang the whole song.
They were singing verses. I had no clue.
Yeah,
they
were singing the album version of the Pokemon theme song.
Let us up there. We'll do better crowd work.
Honestly,
yeah,
probably.
Yeah,
honestly,
no,
yeah.
But I still love the experience, even though it was a little crazy.
I mean, it like doesn't feel real.
No,
like you're like, okay, you sang the first verse. That's cute. Oh, you're you're singing all 4 minutes of the song, and that's what happened.
God. Yeah, I can't really remember any of their cosplayers, but
there was a lot of good ones. I can't remember any specifics that like stick out in my mind. I remember there was one person that went up there like because some people were trying to do like a little bit as their character, and there was one guy that went up there. I remember that did like a whole monologue, but didn't have a microphone, so they were just screaming it, and we were looking at each other like, what did they say? And none of us knew.
Was it Chozo?
Yes.
Yes, it was Chozo. Yes, it was the Chozo cosplayer.
Somebody did the Chozo. Yeah.
Yeah. It seriously did like a 45-second scene. But
I mean, hey, the passion is there. Their costume looked great, so I have to give it to them.
Yeah, sure. You know what? Sure, whatever.
Also, too, Kwisatz, the Kwisatz Haderach was there.
Yep, Lisa and Al Gabe. Also, there was a Pokemon trainer that had a mechanical Pidgey and mechanical Zubats.
The mechanical Pidgey was fucking awesome. I think Colt said they were working on a more realistic one.
Yeah, I saw them on Reddit.
Bulbasaur.
I was like, yeah, they're working on a Bulbasaur, and they're working on a, like Tanner said, a more realistic Pidgey, or there's a 2.0 now.
Yeah, they were awesome because the one they had here looked great.
Yeah, it was super. Oh, there was also Lydia Dietz that sang that song for almost the whole time.
Oh my god, they sang and nobody could really hear them, and they sang it for so long. Jesus,
but
Christ,
you know what? I heard them. I heard them a little bit.
Yeah, same. It's just please, for the love of God, don't sing an entire fucking song.
We really got to start having like rules.
No, that's the fun of anime conventions is the cringe. That's what makes me feel alive.
No, it is. people embarrassing themselves. Is it funny? Yes. I feel bad. I'm like, oh, they don't have the social awareness to know that this is weird.
Motherfucker, this is the
No, I
Wild
don't
West.
feel bad unless I know I made them feel bad. That's the only time I will feel bad.
I guess it's not. I feel bad. I'm just like I'm embarrassed, and I know they're not embarrassed. So like, more power to them. Hell yeah. But like, it's like watching and like, oh my god. I like, because I'll imagine myself. I'd be like, if I was doing that right now, I would die. Like, I would actually be dead. If I went up dressed up as fucking. It's like the guy at the Birmingham Comic Con that dressed up as Toji and held up a gun to the crowd.
Yeah, I would have done that.
Which is fucking crazy.
You know, if they gave me a mic, I would have done an RFK impression for 30 minutes and refused to give it back.
Nah, he's doing. Hey, you gotta let him cook. He has to have an equal chance.
Like I said, we could do better crowd work, I think. I think it'd be funny.
I'd do crowd killing. I'd start punching people.
Okay. So lastly, to finally wrap up our weekend here, our last thing that we went to was I know this is so fucking long. The AMV contest. So the AMV contest was what Colt and I Colt brought up, but we both referenced that was kind of where the poor planning came in, because the AMV contest was fun, really cool.
It's one of my favorite things about Comic-Con is that we always go to the anime music AMV contest because it's so fun. It's easy. You just pull up your phone. It's a Google Doc. And it's an hour of pure AMV action. It's so fun. But it was really sad this year.
Because they scheduled it at the same time that the fucking rave was happening. And not only that, it's happening at the same time. The next door over is the rave itself. Mm-hmm. And so it's so loud that it's bumping off the walls and it's actually playing over the AMVs. And at some point we were like, oh wow, this is really loud. And then it seems like a bit they turned it up.
Yeah.
It got super loud. Also, this was just way later than the AMV contest usually is. So, and since it was going head to head with the rave, there was just so many less people there than would have been if they would have done it at, say, 4 or 5 versus 9 o'clock.
I think what they should have done, in my opinion, just because I will say this year too with the AMV contest in Birmingham, they have it in the big room because it's actually pretty big. A lot of people come to that, but this year, not really many people came. I think personally, I don't know. The future could be crazy. They should have swapped the drag show and the AMV contest. The AMV contest should have been in the conference room that we were in, and the drag show should have been in that big room, personally. Because in Birmingham, the AMV contest and the drag show were in the same room, that huge room. And and there was that planning problem of like the AMV contest going over and then the drag show coming in, but they had to wait for the AMV contest to end. And I know there was a lot of talk there. I don't know exactly what went down, but I remember seeing them like a lot of stuff going on there. So I don't know if that's maybe what they didn't want to have happen again, but I think that's what they should have done. Just so that, I don't know, there would have been better planning. And I think if the drag bingo even happened with the AMV, or not the AMV, the rave happening, the music that they had would have been loud enough that it would have been fine. And I think, I don't know, I feel like they could have riffed on it maybe, or had a better time like handling it. So I think it would have been, I think they would have been fun.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree.
I agree. Yeah.
I felt bad because like a lot of the AMVs we saw were really good.
Oh yeah,
I'm just like, oh, there's like this room's at like 3% capacity. Like there's just, because I mean, again, it was poor planning. I mean, on the scheduling could have been a lot, and I say that as somebody that would not want that job, but the scheduling could have been done more concisely. I think, like, as far as like the actual convention goes, like the guests they bought in were great. I thought the vendor hall was great. I actually preferred the vendor hall here versus the Birmingham one. I mean, I do have my complaints about the gaming area, but that's like a very small complaint. I thought the wrestling show was better. I thought the drag show was better, even though it was the same, like, group putting it on. And apparently those are doing successful enough because at Comic-Con Birmingham this year, or in February, they're getting a third slot. So they're going to get to do 3 shows, which is fucking incredible. So that's awesome. But yeah, something, I don't know, something really like, I feel like an AMV contest to a small scale anime convention like this should be like an easy slam dunk home run kind of thing of like, yeah, we can get, whatever room we're in, we can fill up, and then, but not when it's going up against the rave, which is probably the most popular thing at these types of conventions.
Yeah. Yeah. The line for the rave was crazy
it was
long
insane.
too. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, like Tanner said, I had, I think I liked Huntsville more. It felt even more low key, but still like knowing what Comic-Con is, it still felt just incredible. Yeah. Now am I still excited for Birmingham? Absolutely. Like
I'm honestly, this made me more excited for
it
Birmingham.
made me more excited just because
Yep.
like even if they still have the same stuff, like I mean, it's always a different experience. I mean, our experience this year was different from last year, and and I hope our experience is different this upcoming year.
Well, also
I-
too, can I tell y'all a secret? I kind of don't care how the convention is. I kind of just like the banter.
yeah,
I mean, the convention could be dog shit doo doo, and I would still have a good time because I like it when we hang out together and it's fun.
Oh my God, Dick Rider.
Sorry to glaze y'all too
gosh.
much, but
Don't forget the nuts, bro.
but I mean, it's true. The convention could be dog shit, and I'm like, we would still make it a good time because like we like hanging out with each other. Like, I mean, it is a bonus that the convention's good too, but like it made me more excited for Birmingham because also this year for Comic-Con Birmingham, we're coming in on Thursday night versus Friday afternoon. So it's like we're gonna have like all day Friday and all day Saturday to explore and stuff. So I'm very excited for that.
yeah. No, you're right. I think that's why I really enjoyed this year too. Was just how much I fucking laughed just hanging out with all of us. It was just so much fun. And then like we had so many bits in the room too, where at some point, right before we went to bed, I did 2 Sam Raimi jump scare bits where I would run into the room that Colt and Tanner are sleeping in to scare them.
He did.
And scream, and I screamed really loud, which I felt like
Yep.
I was like, maybe I should scream this loud.
Yeah, he screamed very loud. He also did a bit where Colt was using the bathroom and he knocked on the door and said, "You shitting in there?" But before he could get out his sentence, he fell to the floor.
It started crying.
Yeah, it started crying. I have that recorded.
And then I had a
Video
bit. I had a bit too where I I did a bit where not when I bought the commander decks, I was like, all right, enter me in, Tanner. Go
Oh yeah, we're doing a bit where we were going to enter Winslow into the Magic tournament, the Commander tournament that was being done, that was in progress when he bought his Commander deck. He was like, "All right, enter me,
coach me, tell me how to play this."
Yeah, he kept telling me to coach him, and I'm like,
Wait.
I've watched 2 YouTube videos.
Okay.
Also, I was farting up that room.
Oh my god!
Colt Cartman.
Yeah, he was.
Colt farted so much.
Yeah, Cart folded so much.
But really though, he like it was God, it was crazy. There was a chair that I really liked sitting in that Colt farted in so much that I abandoned.
Yeah, Winslow just kept referring to as the shit chair.
No, but the room was nice too. We had a little table. I got my own bed with the pull-out couch. Like, oh God, so good.
Yeah, the room was nice because when I booked the room, so like we stayed in like the Comic-Con block of rooms, so we got like the special convention rate, which was good because this hotel is like usually like $300 a night, which is absurd. And I was under the assumption it was just going to be like a 2 queen room or 2 queen bed room, But it was 2 queen beds, and then we had like an ensuite area that had a pull-out couch, so like everybody got their own bed. So it actually worked out pretty great. It was a pretty sizable hotel room.
Okay, but hear me out though. Since now we're getting into Magic, what if we did enter the tournament in Birmingham?
Oh man, that would take up like
play
a whole.
it first.
It would take up a whole day.
I know.
I don't even know if I like Magic.
I swear to God.
I mean, you laugh, Wenzel, but to be fair, Colt doesn't.
If you guys don't fucking play with me, I'm gonna be so mad.
I'm gonna play. I gotta get my stuff.
He just refuses to play with us until like he's emotionally ready.
I'm a busy guy.
Well, is there any other Comic-Con Huntsville thoughts that we have?
The breakfast.
Breakfast.
Oh my God, I forgot about the breakfast.
That was literally what I was gonna bring up. Was the breakfast?
Sorry, everybody.
Fucking hit those potatoes. Oh my God.
We got another 30-minute slot.
So many biscuits and gravy, potatoes, they're muffins. Oh, they're muffins.
My apple cranberry juice. Oh, brother. Oh,
yeah. Lord. Oh God, so good. Tanner showed us that he combined orange juice with cranberry apple juice, or not? No, was it cranberry apple? You said cranberry apple.
Oh, yeah, it was cranberry orange. Sorry.
Cranberry orange. Okay. When Tanner showed me that, I saw it was pink, so I like the color pink, so I immediately got it as well. Incredible.
It was so
just
good.
Incredible. The potatoes, like they said, and then oh my God, and the muffins, and God, like we ate so much. It was so good.
Mid bacon. That's my real only complaint.
Yeah,
about
the bacon was mid. Also, that's another plus for this convention because neither hotel for Comic-Con Birmingham even offer complimentary breakfast.
Yeah.
We always have to get fucking mugshots.
This is probably the best hotel we've ever stayed at. Like,
oh yeah,
overall as a group.
Oh yeah, I would agree with that. What was the second time we stayed at this hotel?
I know, but it's been fucking 10 out of 10 experiences every time.
Yeah. I would agree.
Okay, but officially, any other final thoughts?
I wanted to go back to Friday. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, if that's it, thank you for listening to this 2-hour episode.
What if there was a panel called Freaky Panel?
We were actually going to go to a panel called Waifu 101, but it was like it was late at night. It was 18 plus. But then after the AMV contest, we were like, you know what? We're all feeling tired. Let's just banter in the room. So that's what we did.
Yeah, that's what we did. It also started at midnight. The waifu panel.
Yeah.
So it was only 10 o'clock, and we were like, we can't kill 2 hours.
Yeah, and so we weren't particularly heartbroken. But again, thank you for listening. We're the All You Can Hear podcast. We're on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at AYCH Podcast. Follow the Backlog Boys Pod. Follow Cage and Greatness. Follow the instruction booklet. They're all a great time. Follow us on TikTok at AYCH Podcasts. We have some TikToks up. We're just trying to see, what we like and just putting stuff out on there. So go check it out. Follow us on Bluesky at aychpodcast.bsky.social. We're starting to post there more as well. Follow us on Instagram at AYCH Podcast. Follow us on twitch.tv/AllYouCanHear, where we've started to stream a little bit. The VODs from Tanner's stream of Still Wakes the Deep and me and Tanner's stream of some Black Ops 6 multiplayer. They are currently up on our YouTube at All You Can Hear, along with the instruction booklets, VODs as well. Go check those out. Those are just fun and incredible. All of our past VODs are up on there as well. And lastly, you can follow me, Wenzel, on Twitter at WenzelWiki. Follow my art Instagram threads and Bluesky as World of Wenzel. Follow my Bookstagram, Wenzel Banters. My link tree has links for everything, including my Goodreads, my Letterboxd, and my music board.
I am Colt. Follow me on Twitter at ColtD00, on Bluesky, ColtD99, and in the alleys.
Dang.
Fuck, when is it going to end?
Tanner's turn.
Letterboxd, Tanner1495, Bluesky, Tanner1495.bsky.social. I do just want to touch real quick. The AYCH YouTube channel, literally anything we have ever done is on that channel. That is the master archive. It has every episode of the podcast, every non-canon file,
Our verse.
everything that was on AYCH Extra, every Twitch VOD we've ever done. There's a few first impression videos I did last year. Those may be coming back. Stay tuned. And everything. There's like 550 something videos on that channel. Like go subscribe. Almost as of recording, we're like only a couple of subscribers away from 100, which is really cool because this is like the year we actually started like pushing the YouTube, which is really fucking cool. So go subscribe to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Can't wait for Comic-Con in a couple of months.
Yep.
Dude, it's coming up. It's like day this episode drops, like 3 months.
I think it is nice having that 6 month break and then a 4 month break.
Yep.
I like
That's
that.
nice.
Yeah. It's not too bad.
No, yep. Pretty nice.
All right. Well, see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.